Dear students, welcome again. Today we will discuss polygon law of forces, theorem of resolve part, resultant of any number of forces. So after this class, student will be able to answer the following points: polygon law of forces, theorems of resolve part, and resultant of any number of forces. And we see some examples related to polygon law and resolve part of forces. Myself is Dr. Amanpreet, Khalsa College, Patiala. So let's see. First article is condition of equilibrium of a number of coplanar concurrent forces. Find the necessary and sufficient condition of equilibrium of a number of coplanar concurrent forces. So student, here we want to find equilibrium. Beta equilibrium de lai की होना चाहिए? Equilibrium de lai resultant साढ़े कोल 0 होना चाहिए. So let the forces be resolved along any two perpendicular direction in the plane of force through the point O at which they act. And let x and y be algebraic sum of the resolved part. We have already discussed that x is equal to p1 cos theta 1 plus p2 cos theta 2 plus p3 cos theta 3 and so on. Similarly, y is equal to p1 sin theta 1 plus p2 sin theta 2 and so on. So x and y be the algebraic sum of the resolved part of the forces along the two perpendicular direction ox and oy respectively. Then r be the resultant and r square is equal to x square plus y square. If the forces are in equilibrium, then r is equal to 0 and r is equal to 0 means r square is equal to 0. R square is equal to 0 means x square plus y square is equal to 0. And left hand side being the sum of two perfect square cannot be equal to 0 unless each is 0. So if x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. These are the necessary conditions of equilibrium, that x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Conversely, if x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, then x square plus y square is equal to 0, that is r square is equal to 0, and this implies r is equal to 0. Hence, the necessary and sufficient condition of equilibrium of a number of forces, number of coplanar concurrent forces, are that the algebraic sum of their resolved part along any particular direction in the plane of the force must separately vanishes. So let's see note 1. What is note 1? Condition of equilibrium of forces acting on a particle. Student, be very careful. Here I am writing the note for 2 forces, for 3 forces, for number of forces. How they become an equilibrium. So first is two forces acting on a particle are in equilibrium if they are equal and opposite, act in the same line and act in the same line. So two forces are in equilibrium if they are equal and act and opposite act in a same line. Three forces acting on a particle are in equilibrium if they are coplanar and satisfy Lami's theorem. We have already discussed Lami's theorem in last lecture. Or if the sum of their resolved part along any two lines in their plane vanishes separately, if sum is equal to 0. Or if the forces can be represented by the sides of triangle taken in order, that is triangle law. So if three forces are in equilibrium, then we have three criteria. The first one is they satisfy Lami's theorem. Second one is their sum is equal to 0, that means their resolved part, the sum of their resolved part is 0. And third, the triangle law satisfied by these three forces. A number of forces acting on a particle are in equilibrium if they are coplanar and the algebraic sum of their resolved part along any two straight line in the plane vanishes separately. That means x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Working rule for equilibrium of forces. Following two rules should be followed for solving problems on the equilibrium of a number of forces acting at a point. Select two convenient directions at right angle to each other. So my aim in this lecture is we have to see the two directions. One direction is x-axis, another direction is y-axis. They are right angle to each other. In the figure, as axis usually horizontal and vertical, equate the zero, the sum of the resolved part, equate to 0 the sum of the resolved part of the forces along each of these direction. The solution of these two equation will give the required result. आओ देखिए इसमें. So first question is ABCD is a square. Student, very carefully. Now we see the question. We do some question, and I am taking the question from exercise. The first question is ABCD is a square. Force is represented in direction and magnitude. Very carefully. Direction and magnitude by AB. The direction is A to B. BC, that is 2BC, 2CD, BA and DB are acting at a point. Show that they are in equilibrium. Just see this. AB. Let AB is equal to P. Then 2BC, that means BC is equal to 2P. Then DC, CD, 2CD, CD. This direction should be this side. So here it is wrong. CD, that is 2P. DA, DA is equal to P, and DB, DB is equal to, since this is a right angle triangle, so right angle triangle, we use this square plus this square and under root. So we got 2P. So let the side of the square is A, DB is equal to AB square plus AD square, and that is equal to A square plus A square under 2A square, that is root 2A. Let the force be P, 2P, 2P, P and under root P act along the direction shown in the figure. Let these forces be act at O. Choose a direction parallel to AB as x-axis and direction parallel to AD as y-axis. So this is the x direction and this is y direction. P force, this is the P force. Then this is 2P, this is 2P. Then this is 2P, 2P, and this is a P, and then P, and then this is under root P. So I have represent this rectangle in this form. And then x is equal to, yes, P into cos of angle which makes with this, and that is 0, plus 2P into cos of angle which it makes with this, and that is equal to 90. Then 2P cos of angle which it makes with x-axis, that is 180. Then P into cos of angle which from here to here, and that is cos 270, and then this angle is 45, and total angle is for 270 plus 45, that is 350. So student, be very careful. Once again I repeat, we will take angle with the x-axis OX. The first angle is 0, the second angle is 90, third angle is 180, fourth angle is 270, and fifth angle is 350. So cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0, cos 180 is minus 1, cos 270 is 0, and cos 315 is 1 by under root 2. So P minus 2P plus P is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. And when we write x, the second part is very easy. So we write the resolved part along perpendicular direction, and resolved part along perpendicular direction is y. Y is nothing else, P sine 0, 2P sine. Whatever angle we write in the cos theta, with the cos theta we write with the sine theta in y. Y is equal to P sine 0, 2P sine 90, 2P sine 180, P into sine 270 under root 2P sine 315. So we put the value sine 315 is minus 1 by root 2, and sine 270 is equal to minus 1, sine 2 pi is 0, sine 90 is 1, sine 0 is 0. So I got 0. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. That means the forces are in equilibrium. Similarly, another question, that's ABCD is a equilateral triangle. E and F are the middle points of the side CA and AB. Forces, now forces given 4P, 2P, Q, kg weight act at A in the direction of the line BC, BE, CA, CF, AB respectively. If the system is in equilibrium, find the magnitude of P and Q. So first of all, I make the triangle with AB as Q. It's given AB as Q, BC as 4, then C, yes, BE is equal to P, B is equal to P, CA is equal to 2, and then AB is equal to Q. So just see the here, this is BC is equal to 4. Then BE is equal to P, BE is equal to P, BE is equal to P. Just see. So what we do, take A as origin line through A parallel to AB as axis, and a line through BA perpendicular to x-axis as a y-axis. Just see, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So I make the angle. So now first angle is from here to here, this is P, this one is 4, this one is P, and this is 2P, and this one is P. So Q into x is equal to Q into cos, with all part along x direction, Q into cos 0, 4 into this angle up to here, this angle is 120 degree. So 4 into cos 120 degree, P into cos 150 degree, and then 2 into cos 240 degree, and P into cos 270 degree. I just put the value cos 120 degree, cos 150 degree, and cos 240 degree. Cos 270 is 0. So when we calculate these, we got this, and similarly all part along y direction. Y direction is y is equal to Q sin 0 plus 4 sin 120 plus P sin 150 plus 2P sin 220, 240 plus P sin 270. And we put the values after getting, we got these two. X is equal to, since the system of the forces are in equilibrium, so x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, we want to find P and Q. So Q into Q minus root 3 by 2 P minus 3 is equal to 0, and root 3 minus 1 by 2 P is equal to 0. So P is equal to 2 root 3 kg weight, and Q is equal to 6 kg weight. So come to another question. 5 forces acting at a point O are in equilibrium. 4 of them, whose magnitude are 3, 4, 4 and 3 kg, act along the line OA, OB, OC, OD respectively. The angles are there. 5 forces, 4 are them. 5 forces are there and 4 are them. So I make this. What we want to find? We want to find their resultant. They are in equilibrium. So let O be the origin, OA as axis on perpendicular to axis is the y axis. Now resolve part along x direction and resolve part along y direction. Let R be the result, fifth force. The fifth force we not given, so we want to find fifth force. Let R be the fifth force, making an angle theta. So making an angle theta. So x is equal to 3 cos 0, 4 into cos 15, 4 into cos 75, 3 into cos 90, and R into cos theta. So on simplification, this is very simple simplification. A student can know this. 75 plus 15 can be written in this form or any other way. It's very simple. You can calculate it. And we got x is equal to this. Similarly, we got y is equal to this. And on scale, but they are in equilibrium. Equilibrium means x square plus y square is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and we got r cos theta, r sin theta, and scaling and adding. Scaling and adding, we got this r and theta. On dividing, we got theta. Another question: ABCD is a string suspended from a point A, and D, it carries a weight 20 kg, and B at B, and A weight W kg at C. The point in AB is horizontal, and BC, CD makes an angle 60 and 30 degree with vertical. Find W and the tension on the portion of the string. So student, this question we will discuss in the next video. So I stop here. From here onwards, we have a Lami's theorem. We apply Lami's theorem on all questions. So thank you, and next we see this question. Thank you.